Hello. Where have you been all my life? So welcome to part two. Part two, we are carrying on our journey along the Two Tunnels Greenway. As you can hear, nature is fully in abundance today, and we're on our way to an incredibly long tunnel, that of Combe Tunnel, and it is one that I can safely say, for any tunnel enthusiasts, underground lovers, you've got to do this. You've got to do both tunnels, but Combe especially, because it's eerie. It's got a crazy atmosphere compared to Devonshire, and it's just a beautiful tunnel. I'm really excited. I'm on my way to see it now, but I wanted to do it for a long time, both tunnels. Like I said, there's a few other things on this line, so you've got viaducts, a couple of stations, or maybe just one now from record, but there are a few scattered around. And you've got to imagine that what we're walking across now was the single track line. It does undulate with the gradients, so it's well worth it. Let's keep going. Right. So we're coming up to one of the bridges that would have straddled the railway line. And I'm amazed this morning at how busy it is. It's school day as of recording this, and there have been parents, there have been many cyclists, as you can imagine. I'm surprised how busy it is, especially if they're coming from Combe Tunnel. You know, what a great way to wake up in the morning and just go, do you know, I'm just going to walk through a mile long tunnel, and then I'm just going to walk through another 447, was it? Something like that. Yard of tunnel. Pretty cool, really, isn't it? You know, if you live in the area. And obviously, for those who know, I love Somerset. And being from Kent, Somerset and Wiltshire especially, I've mentioned this on previous videos before. It just reminds me of what Kent used to be like in a strange way. Not as industrial with what we can see, remnants of that, but that beautiful richness of that countryside. That, you know, from a guy who comes from Kent, just in case you're watching this video and you want to know where I come from, I'm a Kent lad, that seeing all this is absolutely marvellous. Well, look, we're almost there, so stay with me, let's do it. I'm so excited, come on. And here we are. Look down. I think this is more of a bridge. I'm not sure this is a viaduct. You can walk underneath it, but I'm not going to do that for today's journey. I'm just obsessed with the tunnels. So again, CCTV won't feel like there won't be too much. You know, you'll feel relatively safe. And here we are at Combe Tunnel. Do you know what? It's kind of weird. Like, I kind of feel emotional about doing this, because it's just one that I've wanted to do for a long time now, and it's, you know, when you have an opportunity, and it's funny because you just sort of mentioned the weather. It's very overcast today, but it is baking hot. Yeah. Well, I will say global warming. There we go. But yeah, here we are at Combe Tunnel. So, if you haven't seen now, if you haven't seen already, we've been pretty busy already. We've done our first tunnel of the Two Tunnels Greenway, which is behind us, and now we are at, as you can see, Combe Tunnel, and there you go. Walking time 25 minutes. because it's 1,670 metres on this, it says. Again, I did mine in, what did I do mine in? Yards, I think, on the history lesson. Yeah, walking time is 25 minutes, so we are going to have a jolly nice time in this one. I probably won't film it all the way through, because I'm not sure you want to see 25 minutes of me just walking down a tunnel, but we'll see how it goes. So without me saying any more, let's do it. Come on. Okay, and in we come. Oh my god, this is so cool. It's weird. So obviously I can see. I'm not sure you lot in the camera can see. There you go. But this is just brilliant. I was sort of debating, you know, should I get the old work torch out, the infamous one that has been used to illuminate most of our tunnels in the recent catalogue of Phoenix history, but do you know what? I'm very dubious of blinding people coming the way down. And the first thing that hits you is, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to lie, I hate that phrase, not because I'm going to lie, obviously no. It smells like if you went to a museum. There's a very antique-y smell in here, and it's really strange. Yeah, there's a light coming down, hoping it's a cyclist. But yeah, say goodbye everybody, because we ain't going to see that entrance for a while. This is pretty much the subject of horror films and everything else you want to see. It's crazy. Morning. Let's see how. So I'm just standing. Really, like I said, the lights aren't doing anything. Oh God, this is like heaven for me. Oh wow, look at this. So this is a huge section that's been completely cut out. God, that scared the crap out of me, that voice. There are torches. Don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but there are voices that are behind me. I'll be damned if I can see them. This is amazing. The thing is, in my many years of exploring, I have explored very long tunnels. But to note that this one is a mile long, it reminds me of Farley Downs ammunition tunnel, except obviously this feels wider, which it probably would be, and it's completely different purpose. We're not actually too far away from it, actually. But to note that any one of you can come down here and experience this is beyond crazy. And if I turn my torch down, that is what, well, whether you can see it or not, it's like it's just like walking sections of the abandoned London Underground, but this has definitely got an atmosphere to it. I mean, really has. there's a marker there, 300 metres behind us, 400 in front. I think that's right. Wow. I haven't really checked how far time-wise I'm into this video. I don't really care because I'm enjoying this way too much. I need to come back here. I think is the main subject. So the thing is, right, it's open until 11 o'clock at night. Can you imagine? I mean, as far as I'm concerned at the moment, I couldn't tell you if it was day or night out there. There could be a zombie apocalypse for all I know that's happening out there, and I wouldn't know. I would be none the wiser. But yeah, I really hope this is coming out. I reckon we're about 8 minutes in, so to say we're even halfway. Pretty sure it's a horse, horn with a horse coming. Pretty sure there's a cyclist on this way. So if you can see that light, don't worry everybody, I've got a spare torch, but however, I totally need to walk this at night without one. Crazy. Look at that. Sections of the wall there. A type of sandstone. So that's weird, that light in front of us, that cycle light, is probably a good fair distance away, and yet it's taking forever to get here. Basically, it reminds me of a train. I think there's a couple of lights actually, yeah. There's another cyclist as well. Don't know if you can see that. Oh wow. Looking up. I was going to say, hopefully they ring their bells when they're cycling. Got to hear them. Again, I've got my torch on, but it's so dark in here. That was all part of an art installation that was here. I'm slightly disappointed that it's not here anymore. Where there was like music and weird, like I say weird stuff. There was strange noises. Again, this is so weird. There's a cyclist down there, but it's like taking forever to get here. Cannot see for toffee. Oh, there we go. Honestly. because there's so much refraction and everything from the light, you can barely see anything. Oh, I wish you could see this properly, but I also don't. So these are part of the installation that was there. Yeah. I've got a really weird feeling there's somebody with a horse behind us. It'd be funny if there wasn't. Or you can hear me anyway. Wow. See, I can see a couple of people walking now, but they haven't got a torch on them. That's crazy. This is so crazy. Oh, he's a cyclist, but he hasn't got a light on. Well, so far, so interesting. So these are those speakers I was sort of saying about. It's just weird. Well, whoever was behind me isn't behind me anymore. This is one of the best experiences of my life, I think. And the fact that this hasn't cost me anything or done me anything is crazy. So, you can see my beams and my torch. My torch is working, however, see my finger going across. It's not sort of wanting to play ball at the moment. There you go. Right. I think I'm going to change torches, everybody, so bear with me. Okay, so we changed torches and pretty good. There we go, look at that. Although the problem is there are a few people coming down, I really don't want to blind them. That was the whole point of why I didn't really want to use this torch. There you go, look at that. Nothing but tunnel. I've bought, so, just as a thing for everybody, I bought 3 torches and I've just put my glass on by the way because I needed to see. Brought a few torches with me today. Gives them quite a good stretch really for their use, because it's rare that I actually use them for this purpose. But yeah, again, I haven't bought my infamous work light, as I've probably spoken to you about, which is the one that you normally see in most of these types of videos. But yeah, there's a cyclist coming down again. Or is it, I don't know, it's a walker it might be. Let's try the other one. Yeah, look at that. I started small, and now it's got better. It's kind of like the highlight of the, don't do that, video. 800 metres, 900. There we go. Back to the dark. Again, this one's adjustable, so we're going to be alright, but I just don't really want to blind people, and there are a couple of people coming down, which just isn't fair really. So tiny bits of graffiti, but nothing to concern. So yeah, if people start moaning about the fact that I've not put much light on this, you've got to respect that this is a public one. You saw many cyclists, I don't really want to blind people. So I'm just going to use this for the sort of final stretch of our trip here. Just so you get to properly see what I can see. Morning. Morning. Oh, look at this. I mean, does it get any better than this, everybody? And you'll be happy to know that on this one, we are fully charged as well, so look at this. So, this is what everybody should be able to see now. And but I wouldn't be able to. That's what I can see, as you've probably told already. And you know what? I'm really tempted just to keep walking like this. It's going to be boring for some of you, but you know what? I don't really care. I think that person was a volunteer. Fair play to you, because the people here have done an incredible job. This literally, hands down, is one of the best ever. Really is. Welcome back. We're still going, can you believe it? We're still doing it. We're coming up to a bend now, and what I probably didn't, well, I know I didn't mention in your history lesson, was really how important the gradients were here. We've basically gone up and down multiple times. Well, I wouldn't say multiple times, but where this tunnel is especially has gone right into the side of a cliff, and it's very impressive. It depends which way you come down, because you could come down a certain opposite way and you get to see the valleys in which this was all placed. And obviously I could literally throw a stone at Bath Central here, and that would give you a better perspective. But yeah, there we go. Very cool. Okay, so we're 500 metres away, and we've done 1,200 metres. That's us looking back. We've had, apart from a volunteer who we'd seen, we've had a pretty clear run so far now for the second half of the tunnel. Which is why, again, I'm using the more high-powered torch. Just really, I'm very conscious. I don't really want to sort of blind people. Not everybody's going to have these sort of like higher-powered torches. And to be honest, if I wasn't filming, as most of you know, I would be walking through this without a torch anyway. Not in hopes of scaring people, but just in the idea that you can get an amazing sense of this place. Amazing feeling. But because this has been on my bucket list for, we're talking a good few years now. It hasn't really not long been open if you think about it. When National Lottery had pretty much helped fund the complete tunnel part here. I'm going to go dark because there's a cyclist again. But I'm making my way that I'm here though, just in case. I'm sure they're used to that. But yeah, that's what it supplies. Morning. Morning. It's weird because it's, when I came down here, there's always that feeling of it worrying that it might be shut, because it is one of these ones that is maintained. You do worry about that, but when you're down here, you're so glad when you see it open, because you think to yourself, especially for me, I've come all this way here to see this, and it was always I have a bit of a anxiety when I do stuff like this sometimes, because I think I don't really want to go all this way, and even though I've got a couple of things planned for my journey today, there is always that fear that you sort of travel all this distance and you can't get in, and then you sort of think, well, God, especially when this was your primary thing that you wanted to do, you do just worry about that. You think to yourself, oh man, now, I'd be remiss if I didn't think that. There we go, everybody. The proverbial light through the end of the tunnel. Is this a bat? Yeah, it looks like a little recess for bats. So we've come now, if you can see that, there is quite a substantial curve we've just wrapped ourselves around. And yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel, everybody. Oh wow. And in a weird way, it's not often you'll hear me say this. I'm kind of not glad to see it. Not glad to see it. I kind of want this to keep continuing. But the good thing is I've got to come all the way back. And I can't tell you how excited I am to do that. Because even though I will be filming some of it for all of you lovely people on the way back, even though it's identical, there's going to be sections of this that I'm just going to enjoy for myself. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Like I said, in these videos, we are just pretty much focusing on the tunnels for today. Yeah, very, very cool. So, another reference point, I guess, for some of you. I'm going to talk in the dark for a little bit now. It's a cyclist coming. Again, make my presence aware. Turn the light on, just in case. It's very reminiscent of Heathfield Tunnel, where you've got these. It's a public tunnel with these lights. Where Heathfield was a double track and it was way bigger. Yeah. Morning. And yeah, obviously now we're hitting the main light source. The torch is going to start doing its weird bouncing off the walls light bit, and actually we can hear the water. There we go. Oh wow, look, see everybody, even in a well-maintained one, there's still going to be leaks. The natural rock coming through, and nature, as always, beautiful Mother Nature on our way to winning. Look at this. This has been a journey, everybody. One that I won't forget in a hurry, and I need to come back here. I need to come back. You can't see my face. There you go. I need to come back here. I always look like that. The introduction from Strange But True. The mist. It's just the fact you lot out there can come and see this. If you wanted to, depending on how far you come away as well. And what I'm going to do is we're going to head a little bit further across because there's some beautiful brickwork. There is a viaduct and there is a station, but we won't probably do those sections in this video. So yeah, always good for another one. Morning. And there we go. Oh, the light. Okay, predict what I'm going to say. Does it get any better than this? Oh. Combe Down Tunnel, you are one hell of a tunnel. Devonshire Tunnel, you are also just spectacular. There's a Brown's Folly, which would some of you explorers out there will know quite well. Here we are in beautiful Somerset. There's Tucking Mill Viaduct, which I sort of mentioned. There's the Dundas Aqueduct as well. So there's plenty of things here for everybody to check out if you wanted to. But, oh man, this is heaven on earth for me. I know some of you think that's kind of weird. Oh, there's the man in tunnel. No. This is just the best. Right, well, I think the only thing to do now, everybody, is head back for it again. Like I said, the walk does continue behind us, and I probably will do a bit of cheating as I need to go back that way anyway, car wise. So I'll do a bit of cheating. We might end up doing some extra stuff, but I know it won't be the viaduct. For me today, I've got a few things to do, so therefore I cannot do any extra. I need to, otherwise I will be knackered by the time I get back to my home in Kent. But yeah, look, there we are, came down, made it all the way, a mile walk. I don't know how long that took us, but they reckon like it's a 25 minutes walking time. I reckon that was about right for us, even at my pace. Right, well, quit your jibber jabbering. Let's go back in there. I'm so excited. Come on. Right, here we go. Route 2. So don't worry, on this exit journey, we won't be going as extensive on this. It was quite funny actually. I met the woman who I felt was behind me for a long way. She was riding her bike. It made a really weird sound. That's probably what those walls can display to you, can't they? You can sort of cheat with you. So yeah, that was her. She went past me, so I wasn't just hearing things. She just sort of decided to stop, I think, halfway through the tunnel. Don't blame her. Even cycling. This is so freaking cool. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. So again, try to stick to the left. Common courtesy. But yeah, you can tell how dark it gets very quickly. Right, let's keep going. Hello. So we're continuing. We're about a third of the way through now of Combe, and it is just remarkable. I am blown away. Slightly concerned though that no one is following me yet, because there was a jogger, but he sort of resorted to pausing for a second. I don't know whether it's because he felt I was filming and just wants to give my little old legs a head start. I mean, again, some of you might find this all boring, and fair play, you don't have to watch it, but when you get an opportunity to walk through a mile-long tunnel, single track as well, so it can feel quite corridor-like, it's just remarkable. And when I was walking, it says 1,300 marker. When I was walking, I was sort of thinking to myself, like, if this was double track, would I feel differently about it? You know, if it was a lot wider and a lot bigger, and I don't know really. I mean, I've been lucky enough to experience stuff that is mega huge, and obviously that's stuff that I don't record for obvious reasons, but stuff that I haven't recorded that I visited that size-wise is just huge. I do sort of sometimes think to myself, actually, do you know what? Like, it's places like this where the public can visit it, would just make it so much more special, and it really just highlights, oh wow, I've got a signal, everybody. But it really just highlights the fact that, you know, this is what this channel's about. If I can give you unusual and different places that all of you can come to and check out, you never know, for some of you, you might just want to visit Bath. There we go. There's a curve there. Let's keep going. just wanted to, oh, headless ghost. There is no one in here at the moment. And this is how quiet it is. The only thing you might be able to hear is the running of water. That's amazing. I'm literally in heaven with the gate shut. But we've got to keep going. Come on. Okay, so one thing I just want to bring to your attention is at random intervals, you can probably see them. I should have pointed this out really, but it's good that we can do it now. There are what look like reinforcement sections there from the tunnel, and they are intermittent but regular. So look, if I walk, you probably noticed them as we were sort of doing it actually. But here's another one, which gives it that sort of purpley grey colour, aren't they? Right the way around. Again, there's our art installation of Formerly. It's a shame there was like blue lights and eerie sounds coming from the boxes. But yeah, must have been quite an experience. Although if you were cycling, you would have zoomed past them, wouldn't you? Well, there we go. Not long to go now, I don't think, although it feels like it. Come on, right, so this is what you're going to encounter. So up ahead, you can't see this, but there are about 3 different flashing lights, and the game you've got to play is it someone on a bike, which I don't think it is because the lights are, no, it looks like a jogger. You've got to play that game, and how many of them actually are there? And are they actually headed your way? Because it looks really deceptive. But you can't see that, look, hang on. Ta-da! Best to make them aware anyway that I'm down here. I'm not in the mood to jump scare people today. Although I'm sure people have probably thought the same. They're like, oh, God, make this person jump. There's us looking back. Look at that. Wow. Incredible. Okay. So, I love it. The etiquette of everybody here has been brilliant. So I've just been walking for a good 10-15 minutes without my torch on. And but you have to sort of like turn your torch on to acknowledge people because of the cyclists and other people. And they're very grateful for it because they do the same as well. I think it's also to stop them from thinking there's any ghosts. But yeah, it's the right thing to do when you're in a place like this. And if you want my advice, I really wouldn't bring a powerful torch unless you are filming. But then even then, like what I've just done, the first half of that tunnel, I used my lesser power torch. And now on the way back, I'm using it, as you can see, sparingly and intermittently because I just don't really want to sort of feel the need to blind anybody. Nobody so far has had a torch that's powerful other than the ones I'm using. So, you know, it really is just not designed for that kind of experience that I'm doing right now. So, yeah, if you do come down here, plus, let's be honest, it's way more fun in the dark, isn't it? Whoa. Okay, 200 metres to go. I can just about see the light coming through the corner. There we go, yeah. But I don't want it to end, everybody. I don't want it to end. I want it to be another mile. I'm having too much fun. And the people here have been so nice. Walking by, I suppose you've got to be really. God. I just love the atmosphere of these lights. They're purposely not designed to be that bright, but just enough that you can see. And for all you spiritual people out there, sadly, I'm not getting any haunted vibes down here. Sorry. I'm sure some of you might feel it, but I'm just not. And there have been a couple of like sections where You know, I've been walking on my own, like I said, and you can complete silence, but not getting anything. Doesn't mean that's a bad thing, though. It just means you can enjoy it a little bit better. Well, look, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's another catchphrase in itself, really, isn't it, for my channel? How many tunnels have we done with that? There we go. And obviously, in this instance, it's pitch black. Obviously, the soot. Obviously, its main weakness was its lack of ventilation. Somebody walking a dog. Oh, that dog must be an interesting experience for it. Oh, almost there. Let's get out. Well, there you go. What an experience. For this humble looking tunnel from the outside. We did it. That was brilliant. Well, easily the best non-abandoned tunnel I've ever been in, without question. Didn't even have to rethink that. Well, look, in the immortal words of Phoenix history, I really hope you enjoyed Combe Down Tunnel. Really hope you enjoyed the previous video as well, part of our 2 tunnels Greenway. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Feel free to spread the word of the channel. Come down there and visit this place for yourself. You've got to do it. Carry on your walk if you want. I can't. I've got a few other places to explore today, so time, as always, is my enemy. Any more words of Phoenix history? Thank you so much for coming along with me. Take care. Love to all of you out there, because history matters. Just does, doesn't it? See ya. Cap out.